Hello everyone and welcome back to Dune. We are still at the palace because I would like to speak to Duncan. So here we go. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, you have nothing to say. Anyway.
I've been told about another village in the east, south of Tuono-Tuek.
South of Tuono-Tuek, yeah.
Here are our current stocks of spice. You can notice that yesterday, our spice production was better than the day before.
That's pretty good. So, south of Tuono-Tuek, so I suggest we go there. Not quite sure why I'm even leaving the palace, I could just go to the Dune map, but never mind. So, yeah, I wish they just had one map that had the functionalities of both maps, but yeah, never mind. So let's take an ornithopter. For this map, which will come up now, that one actually shows you the siege names right away. So the Tunu, Timon, Taba, Kam, Tuek should be... No, so it's not here. So I guess we're going to have to use the other map, or maybe not, because we just got a vision. So let's see what that is all about.
There are saboteurs here in our siege.
Yeah, towards the saboteurs, I don't really have troops to spare to deal with saboteurs right now. It's annoying. They hamper your spice production, but it's not that big of a deal. It's not as bad as Harkonne actually taking over one of your sieges, as they have done up there, and they turned into a fortress. That's just what they do. So, which one was this one here? Timon, yeah, that's the one. So let's take an Oni right here. Skip to destination as usual. And let's take an Oni straight away again. So we want to fly to the south, but we also want to fly a little bit to the east. Yeah, some of these sieges are they're quite difficult to find, because they give you kind of a direction, but they don't really tell you where it's supposed to go, so you can waste a lot of time flying through the desert. And to be honest, I would almost recommend that you try to find a siege, and then depending on how long it took, you just reload, because say if you waste too much time and you don't produce enough spice, then you're just going to lose the entire game. You don't really want that to happen, and you especially want to avoid getting in a situation where you save your game, but you're already in a dead end and can't really get out, because that's the worst, really. So now let's fly southward, and we have both Stilgar and Cheney with us, and one of them should give us the signal once we reach the siege. I hope I'm not too far to the east, but I don't think I am. Yeah, it's difficult to find all the sieges, not only because some of them are well hidden, but also because some of them are sieges the game just essentially gives to you. So you trigger a certain event, often an event you have to trigger to complete the game anyway, and they just pop up on the map. Other sieges, they give you a hint, and there's also sieges which there's no hint at all. You can essentially just only find them if you just search the desert, but you don't really have a whole lot of time for that. But well, then again, it also depends on how lucky you are. So if you don't get hit by Harkonnen troops and saboteurs and stuff like that too hard, then it's not too bad. Yeah, soon they're going to go to war with Harkonnen, not only because there's actually a couple of events that do that, but they also took over one of our sieges already, so we have to move against them soon. But I want my troops to be expert, and I want them to have less guns and crysknives. There's also another weapon they can have, the weirding module, which is from David Lynch film. So that was actually the weirding wave written as a Y, which was essentially Lady Jessica's desert kung fu, and they turned that into essentially a sound weapon. And the sonic weapon was adapted by all the video games. It's in all the Westwood Dune video games too, and I'm flying slightly more westward than I initially did. I'm not quite sure what's up with that. I mean, if there was an obstacle in the way, I don't know why they didn't autocorrect the course. But never mind that. I think we're still on the right track. At least I hope we're still on the right track. We'll see. In any case, so yeah, the The weirding modules, which are essentially like sonic weapons, they are in this game as well, if I remember correctly. And they're essentially the best weapons, but it's not really, you don't really replace weapons. Instead, it's best to have all weapons, Chris knives, las guns, as well as weirding modules on your troops. Have them preferably be large groups of Fremen, and then also have them be on expert level. And another thing the game doesn't really tell you as good as it could is that you should send spies to fortresses to find out how strong they are. Otherwise, you might just send your troops there. Then it turns out that the Harkonnen are actually really powerful, and then your troops immediately become prisoners without warning. They're just there and they're taken prisoner, which is really disappointing. And this can actually mess up your entire game if you don't quite sure know what to do. In any case, I think we are not on the right track here, which is disappointing. So, or am I? I'm not quite sure, to be honest. Well, maybe should fly a little bit more east, and then go north again. Alternatively, we could go a little bit more south. Well, we'll see. Yeah, I don't want to waste too much time. Then again, flying through the desert doesn't take as much time as you might think it does, because you don't really skip stuff. If you skip flights, then you can actually spend quite some time, and you don't really realize it, because you can fly halfway around the planet and it just is a couple of clicks. Oh, looks like nighttime is coming, which came very sudden. And no, I don't think we're getting anywhere here, so let's fly a little bit more to the east. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Wait, there's a siege there too? Oh, that's one of those sieges. No, I don't. I want eastward. Can you please let me fly eastward? Can I do that? Okay, let's try this again. Move you out of the way. Oh, now I can fly eastward. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, why do none of the games that should have Mega Mouse support have actually Mega Mouse support? I mean, they did release a Mega Mouse, and there's like maybe 40 games that do support it. Half of them don't really need it, but then there's also a whole bunch of games that could very much need it, but they don't have mouse support. Then again, you don't really want to produce a game that relies on a technical gimmick, because if you do, then the people who don't have that technical gimmick are not going to buy it. So I can kind of see why they did that, but yeah, hey, what are you gonna do? And then again, this happened literally 25 years ago, so what am I even complaining about? So, skip to destination. We're not even flying any specific destination, aren't we? Well, we'll see. So let's try this again. Could be that we wasted a day here, but then again, that gave me some time to talk about weirding modules and weirding fighting ways. And the reason why David Lynch didn't want to include those into the film was that the weirding fighting style was essentially so quick that it resembled short-range teleportation, even though it wasn't actual short-range teleportation. And he thought if that was actually included in the film, it would look completely ridiculous, which I very much believe. At least I do believe that if you don't watch out, that can end up looking extremely ridiculous. So he just invented those sound modules, and then all the video game programmers, they essentially jumped on that, and now sonic weapons became a thing. And then because Westwood produced Dune 2 and then the Command & Conquer games and other Dune games, they also included similar weapons in those games as well, and now there are sound weapons all over the place, everywhere. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure whether this is leading anywhere. I might just try to find the siege and skip to the point where I actually found it, but let's just fly a little bit more. I really like that the game maps your entire road, because if you're searching for stuff, that at least gives you an idea where you've already been and where you might want to go next. That's actually really helpful. I didn't really realize that at first, but it's actually quite a nice feature. This game isn't... There's a lot of interface choices that I would wish were better, such as the differentiation into the Contact Fremen / Tactical map, as well as the Ornithopter map. And the spice map, those were just 3 maps, well, not 3 maps, there are 3 maps. I wish those were just 1 map or 1 map with different map modes. And it's not like that didn't exist at the time, that did exist in the time in sim games, but then again, yeah, it's still nicely done, I guess. Anyway, I think I'm going to skip to the point where I'm actually going to find that smuggler's village. Yep, see you in a moment then. And we're back at the palace. Yeah, I noticed I'd already found that siege and it's actually a smuggler's village, so I thought that Duncan's message would disappear if that happened, but it obviously didn't. So yeah, never mind that. Sorry about that. And let's check out the Dune map because I want to see how my troops are doing. So Harkonnen troops are up north. Here are my guys. I think, yeah, I should be able to contact those.
My troop is going back to our siege. We found the laser guns.
That's pretty good. So, let's see whom else I can check out while we're at it. Apparently nobody, because I think they have to be on your actual map. So let's see whether they can actually contact those guys. So, no, I cannot. Why don't they let you skip the most obnoxious message? Anyway, let's go to the palace and let's check out how we look. And take a look at the mirror. As you can see, our eyes are turning quite blue because we are consuming all that spice. Well, not all that spice, but if you consume spice, your eyes turn blue and blue. Something which none of the films got right.
Oh, Paul, how I can feel this power in you. Could he be the one?
Probably.
Believe me, Paul, I can sense that your powers have increased. You are now able to contact Fremen in a wider range.
That's pretty awesome.
Paul, let me look at you. Your eyes, they're turning blue.
Yes, they are indeed.
I'm still amazed by this change in your eyes, Paul. No doubt now, your eyes will be blue.
Take a shot every time she says eyes. So yeah, one thing that annoyed me about mostly the miniseries was that the eyes are described as blue and blue. So that what's white in normal eyes turns blue and the rest turns blue as well. And yet in the miniseries, the people often they just have normal blue eyes, or they have essentially, occasionally they do have proper blue eyes, occasionally they're not blue at all, and that really annoys me because it was totally, so let's fly here, that was totally inconsistent, and I don't know, that totally annoyed me, and I don't know why. Did we leave Gurney here? I think we did. So let's talk to him.
It's so silent. Impressive, isn't it, Paul?
Yep, no worry. Those guys will all come home soon. Let's actually check out where they are exactly and whether we can... Okay, they're still going around here. So let's see whether if anybody here who can use a... Yeah, I can't contact those, so no, of course not. Yeah, so let's actually fly to those guys because they've got 2 Ornies. It's interesting. Oh, it looks like we've got another message. Yeah, I think we have to pay the Emperor soon, but we'll do that. We'll do that. Yeah.
A message has arrived.
Yeah, that's the Emperor. I wish you could just auto-pay the Emperor, really. That would be... Now it's Duncan. Oh no, it's not Duncan.
The Harkonnens are attacking us.
That's not great.
The Harkonnens.
That's not great at all, because... Wait, where are we right now? Did we already...
Select destination on map.
Yes, we did. So let's get in here. Let's have these guys search for equipment.
We're doing spice mining.
Because they could use some...
We're doing spice mining.
some stuff. So modify equipment.
Have a look at the characteristics of my troop.
We can give them one of these. Yeah, that's always
An
great.
Orny is useful to protect a harvester, but we don't have a harvester.
Yeah, I'm about to give you a harvester. Stop
Here are the
complaining.
characteristics of my...
Well, that's not what I wanted to do. So let's
Have a look at the
instead-
characteristics of my
Yeah,
troop.
you already said that several times. So, occupation.
Okay.
Questions, where are you going?
We're going to search for a spice harvester.
Yeah, that's essentially what I want. So, let's exit the maps and let's go to the palace. Because we need to inform the Emperor, well, that we're going to send him that sweet, sweet spice. Yeah, the thing with the military is you can't just use it straight away, because if I remember correctly, the SP... Okay, what's it now?
Paul.
I know, I'm right outside the palace. Let's go to the communications room, which is up north. And let's see what Emperor Shaddam IV has to say.
Message from the Emperor Shaddam IV.
There he is. It's totally not from Star
I
Wars.
want a shipment of spice today.
That's a lot of spice. So, yeah, I guess we have to give it to them. Because otherwise, House Corino is going to be angry.
I've been told about it. Here are our current stocks of spice.
So that's about 1/3 of our spice.
You can notice that yesterday our spice production was better than the day
Oh
before.
yeah, wow, that's really good.
The Emperor asked for a spice shipment, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
We can send him what he asked for. Okay, Paul. Let's go to the communication room at once and send this shipment to the Emperor.
I don't think I actually have to...
Paul, what about this spice shipment?
Yeah,
We have to go to the communication room.
yeah, okay. Okay, Stilgar's going to... Okay, so I am in the communications room, so where are you, Duncan? Where are you?
Paul, don't forget. We have to go together to the communication room.
Yeah. This is a tiny bit obnoxious. They should just do this automatically. Okay, you can stay here.
As you wish, my Liebe. I will stay here.
Because Cheney is not going to stay here. So, Duncan, you can come with me.
I've been told about it.
Yeah.
Good. Let's go.
Because apparently you can't walk there on your own. That's too much to ask. So, let's just go there. And see. Here we go. Okay, what's it now? Oh, well, here we go. Oh yeah, I always forget that now it happens automatically, which is a bit odd. But then again, who cares? That's how it works in the Dune universe.
The spice has been shipped. We don't have to... Ah,
And here we go. Let's view the new message.
Message from the Emperor Shaddam IV.
You sent me the spice I've asked for. Good. I'll call you again in 7 days.
That's pretty good, because I think 7 days is the maximum time that can pass between shipments. I think it is. I'm not quite sure. It could be more. In any case, what was I actually doing before Duncan was wasting my time? Oh yeah. I was actually checking out my troops and like doing important stuff. So now the Harkonnen have taken that over as well, which is not great. Can I contact these guys? Nope, of course not.
Too far to be contacted. Paul's powers are too low.
So let's just go to that siege. And yeah, they've got some nice equipment. A lot of knives, some less guns, no wheeling modules. The wheeling modules, they can be bought from smugglers at one point, but I don't think they just have them. I think it's triggered by an event. In any case, let's talk to Gurney. Does he say anything about the training?
I'm teaching the Fremen my art of combat. They're learning quickly.
Awesome. Talk to the Fremen chief.
We are doing military training. Let me show you the statistics of my troop.
Skilled in army, that's pretty good.
Gurney Halleck is a very qualified instructor. Training is much more efficient with him.
So let's give orders to these
We are
guys.
doing military training.
And let's see what the options are.
We are doing military training.
I don't want to move them just. Okay, so espionage is grayed out, which is not great. But they should be experts soon. Actually, let's see what Cheney has to say.
Fremen chiefs do honor you.
Yes, that's true. Essentially, I can just boss them around and they just follow my orders. Because that's just how awesome I am. So... The thing is... Wait, are those the prospectors? Oh yeah, we can. No more orders. Just stop it. Stop. Thank you. So... Yeah, I think there were some other sieges I wanted to visit, like these in the very south. I'm not actually quite sure, but could please let me... Why can't I... Let me check out those sieges. Oh, there we go. Oh, now I can do this, So the question is, should I do that? Because if I do that, then... They will actually... trigger more Harkonnen invasions. But then again... Yeah, I don't just want to just hang around here, because that would mean that the Harkonnen could take over more siege, because they've already taken over 2, which is not great, especially because those were actually producing spies. But hey, what can you do? In any case, let's just zoom out this map a little bit. So they took over those areas. So then again, this area is almost devoid of spies, which is not bad. Then again, you don't really want to lose troops too, because you can use those guys in other areas. So it's not like just because you initially had guys there.
Don't try to contact your men. All these men are our prisoners now. Now you can see what great fighters we are.
Yeah, these guys look like they've been lifted from Kensidon or so. Anyway, let's speak to these guys here instead.
We are doing spice mining. Our ability is increasing. We are now efficient in spice. Have a look at the characteristics of my troop.
So...
A worm has come, Muad'Dib. Hopefully, men and... Spice is harder to mine. Have a look at our spice production. Would you like me to repeat what I said?
Okay, that's actually pretty good. So let's just check what these guys are doing, just in case they have... like their production levels are dropping.
We're repairing. Damn these saboteurs. Please, Muad'Dib, do something.
Wow, he was swearing quite a bit there. Quite a bit. Let's check out what these guys are doing.
We are doing spice mining. Our ability is increasing. We are now efficient in spice. Let me show you the statistics of my troop.
Well, they don't have an Orni, that's odd.
Spice is harder to mine now. Our production level has gone down a little.
61 kilograms an hour is still pretty good.
Let me show you what we've done in spice mining. Would you like me to repeat what I...
Actually, let's have these guys look for an Orni.
We're going to search for an Orni.
Yeah, that's what I want. So...
We're repairing our equipment. It's going to take us the whole day.
That's not too bad, to be honest. Let's talk to these guys here.
We're doing spice mining. Our ability is increasing. We are now novice in spice. May I... A worm has come. By chance, we've been able to protect ourselves. The worm attacked the harvester. All of this could have been avoided with an Orni. Men flying it can warn us when they see the worm sign.
Yeah, stop making me feel bad. I don't want to feel bad. So these guys here, let's actually check the spice density here. Okay, so the spice... Oh, because they're repairing equipment, that's why. Why they're not doing anything, because the area should be fine. So, whoop, that's not what I wanted to do, but never mind. So let's just see what this message here is. And then let's maybe have those guys look for an Orni as well.
We have finished our prospecting job.
Okay, that's good to know, so we can change the occupation as well. But before we do that, let's have those guys search for equipment if possible. Because, yeah. Come on, here we go.
We're repairing our equipment. It's going to... We have to repair our equipment before doing anything else.
Oh, okay, so I can't do that. So instead, let's look for the prospectors and let's fly to their siege. Yeah, let's go here, taking an Orni. And send those guys to a different location. I'm not quite sure whether they're still mining other sieges, but whoa, look at that. Clones.
We are the spice prospectors. We have...
Yeah, I think they only contact me if they actually finish with all their
We are the spice prospectors.
jobs.
We have already been here for many days.
Okay. Oh yeah, here we go.
Show me 3 sieges where you want me to go.
I want you to go to... Please let me move that map. There we go. Since you're already here, you may as well prospect this entire area while you're at it. Let's go here, and you can move in a circle here. So that looks good. What's up with you guys? No, seriously. Actually...
My troop of prospectors is currently going to another siege.
That should not be that messed up. Can I give those guys an Orni? Because there is an Orni there. Actually, there's 2 Ornis. Oh, no, I cannot, because that other Orni is for those guys here. So why can't I... Yeah, never mind. There should be guys here as well. I mean, they are right here. Well, let's contact them this way then.
I can feel something in you. Nevertheless, I cannot say if you will be able to bring good to our people.
Oh, it's this guy. He didn't want to obey me. And you have impressive eyebrows. Anyway, we were going to do that later. So for now, should be good. Actually, you know what? I think we're going to do the military stuff next time. So thanks for watching. And I shall see you then. Take care and goodbye.